Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 16. Yes, I did shave. I decided to partake in No Shave November primarily because I wanted to grow a full beard out again. Not like, I'm not gonna grow it big like I had it before, but I want like full facial hair and keep it trimmed this time. So I decided with November coming up, I might as well shave right before it starts and just see how much it grows, just for fun throughout all of November without trimming it or touching it. I'm still going to shave my head though because my hair looks terrible when it grows out. With that said, I am recording 2 episodes tonight, which means I'm recording ahead so I can have a little bit of time off coming up here. So by the time you guys see me again, it might already be like a week or two into November. It's actually still October. I'm shaving this one more time. This has actually grown a little bit already. This isn't like fully clean shaven. But I think the day after tomorrow is when I'm shaving for the last time for No Shave November. It should be like right as it turns to the 31st, so I'm technically like one extra day, but sue me. I have stuff I'm doing later on. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's why I look different. I genuinely hate how it looks. It already looks a little bit better now that it's like coming a little more. I almost feel like, the clean shaven. I don't know why, or maybe I'm just getting used to it. It's probably that. But regardless, last episode, we had kind of Mandalore getting conquered for now. It was pretty crazy. Their plan worked perfectly. They brought all the people to their side. They tricked everyone into thinking Satine ran away. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, I tried to stop it. I apologize. Oh man. But yeah, they made the people think Satine fled, and but really she's in prison. They've released Almec, I think is what his name was, and now he's kind of the face. We had Pre Vizsla die, which is pretty crazy. I love that's like one of my favorite things in a reaction where I'm like, oh yeah, this probably won't happen, and then it happens. It's just they get me. I don't mind being wrong. I think it makes for a really fun time. So yeah, I was sitting there saying like, oh well, they're probably just gonna like get Pre Vizsla to submit, and then Maul's gonna be in charge of everything. But nope, they chopped off his head. So that's that. Bye, Pre Vizsla, I guess. You will be missed. But yeah, I'm excited to watch more. Like I said, I'm watching 2 tonight because I'm trying to watch a little bit ahead. So you guys will see me in the same outfit and everything and all that. So yeah, without further ado, if you guys don't know how to watch my content, you sync along with your own footage. There's a link in the description below with a guide video that teaches you how to do it. So let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh. That was different. In memory of Ian Abercrombie, I think it said. Rest in peace. I don't know who that was, but morality separates heroes from villains. That they do. Yeah, Elmec. Oh. Oh, shit. Nice. Is Corky the same kid as one of the other episodes we had? Ah. Because Pre Vizsla's dead. Alright. At first I thought it might have been her, and then it was Corky killing the guy, and then it ended up being her. Hmm. Yeah, I can't quite remember, but I think he might have been in, like, either the one where we took down Olmec or one of the previous Mandalore episodes. Alright, got ourselves a jailbreak, oh, and a chase. Damn. You think you would've... Oh, shit! They didn't just, like, turn around and shoot. They just physically took them out. Cool. I would have thought they did it far earlier when they, like, first started shooting, instead of just, like, continuing to fly. Oh, well. There's even more now. That's not good. Trying to get a message out. Obi-Wan, we need you! Oh, Corky. Obi-Wan, we need you! Well, hopefully it got out. Ooh. Ah. Does she know Darth Maul's name? I feel like she should have said that. But she might not know his name. Hmm. Damn. Damn politics. I guess I get it, though, if they're trying to be a neutral system. Yeah, of course they want Obi-Wan to come here, so they're okay with this. Savage. Is that what he did? What a little junker he's in. Is this part of the cover? Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh my god, what a junker. Oh my god. Is he gonna take him out and take his armor? Maybe? Yes. Uh-huh, what's that? I would have put the helmet on before I walked out, but it was probably for the audience, wasn't it? Oh, wait, do they know? Were they able to see that it was Obi-Wan? Or that'd suck if they, like, just accidentally third-party Obi-Wan. But I think her holding them back was like, yeah, it's okay. Aww, she recognized the voice. I ship them so hard if it wasn't for the damn Jedi rules. Bonk bonk. That's also Clancy Brown, isn't it? They were just like, we have him in the studio. He can just do a couple lines for one of the random soldiers. Why not? Save us from bringing in a whole nother person, I guess. Is this ship even gonna fly? Oh, shit. Is he gonna see him? Yes. Wait, did he not see, maybe? Shit. Yikes. Yeah, that's not good. Damn. Oh, shit. Does your jetpack work? Do you know how to work it? Oh, shit. Okay, well, nope. Damn. Oh, my. That explosion looked good. Okay, now he knows at least, but... Well, this isn't good. Alright. Well, damn. Hmm. Would be. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't ever happen, but that'd be crazy if you redeemed Maul somehow. He's still using Vizsla's blade. It's kind of cool. No. What? Okay, What? Holy shit! What? I genuinely... Like, pre-Vizsla, it was like... I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I wasn't as shocked as this. Holy shit. That's insane. I didn't expect Satine to die. What? Is he using the Force to watch what was happening? Oh. Is he going to here? How is that gonna look, though? I don't know. Okay. There's no... Is there some kind of chance that that was Satine's sister? But that I love you felt genuine. So I don't think so. Damn. See it? Oh my god. Dragged that other poor guy right into it. That was kind of badass. Bo-Katan? Is that what she said her name was? No, the music. Oh, is it playing that music for Palpatine? Is that who's about to walk out of this? That's great. Do they know? Oh, well. It's kind of cool seeing Palpatine in action, though. We haven't seen, like... There's only a few moments you really see him in action, so, like, seeing more of that's actually really cool. They're little shields. I mean, I guess the Jedi block blades, blaster shots with, like, even smaller than those shields, but still. I would have been like, can't you make me, like, one that's a little bigger? Oh, shit. Oh my god, what a scene. What the hell? That's wild. Ooh. Oh shit, what an entrance. He wasn't even through the door yet and he saw them. Or he knew they were there. Damn. We don't see him go in person very often. Oh. No shit. Did his eyes change color in that moment? Oh shit, that was kinda cool, and he dual wields. Okay. Oh. Man, this episode is very cinematic-y. I love it. Just Obi-Wan opening that door to the crazy battle, that was freaking awesome. And now we have freaking Palpatine versus Savage and Maul. Hmm. Damn. I mean, if... Oh... Wow. Okay. Yeah, my theory, I wanted to put it out there just in case it happened, but I didn't think I was actually right, and I wasn't. Damn. Ooh. Oh! He ain't the master for no reason. He's a spry old-timer. I'm not a fan of the dual-bladed. It like... I mean... Oh... Savage done? I don't know, we saw Satine take a similar wound and die. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Clancy Brown. Well, shit, everyone's dying this episode. Warp, warp. Oh, okay now. Okay, I love the dual wielding with the red lightsaber and Pre-Vizsla's blade. This episode, man, is freaking awesome. Jeez. Damn, cowering. Oh, the good old Force lightning. Oh. Jeez. just gonna shock him into submission. Holy shit, that episode! What did I just watch? That is it, guys, for episode 16. Clone Wars bringing it strong with this one. Wow, that was really good. I will say I really loved seeing Palpatine in action. 'Cause I will say there are times where I don't really respect Palpatine too much because he's like that puppet master in the background, and I respect the intellectual side of that, but I also respect seeing like the action, seeing the person be able to hold their own too. And like, yes, we saw him like I mean, he did end up winning, obviously, against, oh, what's his... Why can't I think of the Jedi's name? Shit. I'm sorry, guys, I'm failing you. But, in the movies, we saw him fight, the Jedi that uses the purple blade. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. I was trying to even think of like the actor's name, and I can't even think of the actor. Samuel L. Jackson. I know like he's played by him, but like I don't even remember the Jedi name. Either way, regardless, we've seen that fight, right? We've obviously seen him fight we saw him fight against... It's been a bit since I've watched the movies. So obviously we had like the whole Darth Vader fight, but did Palpatine also fight like Luke for a bit before that too? Or was it just... Did he like come in and Vader started fighting him? I'm not 100% sure. But were there more fights other than those, like, two? Those are the two that I can kind of recall anyway from the first 6 movies. So I feel like we never got, like, a super good gauge on how strong he is. And having him come in here and just kind of, you know, just walk through all of his Death Watch men and everything, and then just face down Savage and Maul, and just seemed like very easily took both of them down, something that, you know, even 2 Jedi came in and couldn't do. It was like Palpatine just kind of walked into this episode and was like, hey, in case you guys have any doubts, this is why I'm the master, you know? So that was really cool. Man, I can't get it out of my head not remembering that Jedi's name. It's really bugging me. And it's like, I know as soon as I hear it, I'm gonna be like, oh, fuck, that's right. But, anyway. Satine died? I can't believe that happened. Like, I genuinely thought she was gonna keep being a recurring character. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, pre-Vizsla, like I said, I thought it was going to go a different way, because sometimes this show does have, like, a little bit of, like, the plot armor for some of, like, the bigger characters, even some of the bigger antagonists, and stuff like that. So there was a small part of me that thought Pre-Vizsla was going to live right before, you know, his head got cut off. But then afterwards, I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We are coming up to the end of the Clone Wars, and I don't remember seeing Pre-Vizsla in other things too, so he is a character that can be killed, you know, so it's like, using like a little bit of meta perspective there. But Satine, well, I mean, obviously I don't know of her in any things post-Clone Wars either, but I don't know, I just assumed that she was just gonna be leading Mandalore all through Clone Wars, and like, I just didn't expect we'd get this story where we come back here and she dies, you know? But man, that sucks, because I was just seeing, like, them together again when he saved her from the jail cell, and how excited she was to see him, and, on her deathbed saying how she loved him, and I even said, like, I ship him if it wasn't for these damn Jedi rules earlier in the episode, and then she dies, and it's like, oh, come on, man. It's so sad. God damn. I found myself getting a little bit emotional in that moment, too, when she was saying goodbye to Obi-Wan. It's this, like, love that could never blossom because of, Obi-Wan being a Jedi and everything. It's everything that kind of Anakin is indulging in. I wonder if that, like, obviously Jedis try not to bring their, like, personal feelings into things, but I wonder if there's also, like, another layer of, like, pain for Obi-Wan, knowing that, like, Anakin embraced in that love that he never could with Padme, I wonder if there was, or was he just like, because obviously he found out. Like right now, I don't think he knows, or maybe he has like a sneaking suspicion, but yeah, I really do wonder where it goes with, or like, I don't know if we'll ever get that mental state of Obi-Wan. Probably not, but it's just I really wonder if we'll ever get anything, or what you guys think, I guess. Do you guys think that Obi-Wan felt any kind of, like, animosity isn't the right word, but, like, jealousy, I guess, towards Anakin for indulging in what Obi-Wan never could have, because of the rules of being a Jedi? I don't know. But yeah, we have Satine's sister, who was, I believe, at least, the name she gave was Bo-Katan, which might just be, like, a code name. If I pause here, we have, okay, I totally, oh! Oh no! Ian Abercrombie was the voice of Palpatine. Oh, okay. Oh, so did he pass away? That's so sad. Damn. So going forward, we might have a different voice actor for Palpatine, maybe? What an episode to be potentially one of his last, unless they recorded more with him, let me look up Ian Abercrombie. Oh, he was... Okay, so he was older. I know it's still sad that he passed away, but at least he lived a long life. 1934 to 2012. What is that? 1934, that'd be 64. 77, it tells me right here, so I don't have to do math. Yeah, I mean, that is still pretty sad. Like, I mean, that is still a very long life, but there are a lot of people that do live longer than that, so, man. That's too bad. What, Oh, he was in Army of Darkness? That's awesome. I'm just trying to see what else he might have been in. I'm trying to... I don't know that I recognize his face, but he... Oh, I remember some... I remember his face in some of these older pieces, okay. Frickin' Wizards of Waverly Place. Oh my god. I saw some pictures of him as, like, the wizard or whatever. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, damn. Rest in peace, Ian. But yeah, I mean, that was a fire as hell episode. If, like I said, if this is his last one that he voice acts Palpatine, that was a awesome episode for him to go out. Yeah, Clancy Brown was Savage, and obviously I knew that, but Mandalorian Super Commando. So he was that. But I mean, I heard it, I knew it was, but that one sometimes I question it where I'm not sure. This time I was pretty certain on it. So, but but yeah. Oh, Sam Witwer was also one of the Mandalorian super commandos. You know, one of the other commandos that talked, there was actually four actually. Four different Mandalorian super commandos this episode. So I don't know if it's the one I heard, but there was one I heard that I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if I recognized that voice. Um, but yeah. Anyway, so I need to change. Let me before we do anything else while I'm thinking of it, because I typed it the way that I thought it was spelt. I did it like basically I did it as one word and changed the K to a G for Bo-Katan. I thought it said Bo-Katan, so I did it Bogatan. But it's actually Bo-Katan for how you spell it. So I fixed that in my notes for future reference because obviously she's still around. But man, so I mean she must know, right, that Satine died in there. Like she helped him get out and all that. So I wonder if she also knew that Satine loved. Damn, so that's a tragic story that I mean maybe we'll see more in like I don't know what setting the Mandalorian is in, you know. I don't know what setting the Obi-Wan show is in, but I wonder if in any of that stuff we'll see Satine and Bo-Katan, like, because obviously it seems like they have like a whole past, like they kind of like were working together at one point in the past, and then their ideals split, and obviously Bo-Katan valued the traditional Death Watch way, or the traditional Mandalorian way, and joined Death Watch to support that cause, and Satine went the more peaceful, neutral system route, and they had like a splitting of their relationship, and it seems like they, you know, it's nice that in the end they got to work together briefly, but they never really got to mend those fences completely. So, yeah, very interesting and sad. I'm curious if we'll see more in any other Star Wars media down the line. Obviously, don't answer. I want to wait and find out and be surprised because I think that'd be very cool. I just need to try to remember these names that way. Especially because sometimes I have a hard time recognizing like the live action actor versus the animated actor. So if I can try to remember the name, maybe at least that will help me identify rather than just being like, you know, showing up on the screen and being like, oh, is that Bo-Katan? You know, trying to just every redhead I see or something. Is that her? Is that her? Is that her? um, but uh, but yeah. Anyway, really interesting stuff this episode. Like the Anakin talking to Maul and being like, you know, falling to the dark side is for the weak. The people who fight against it are stronger. You know, like I really liked those lines in defense of the, you know, light side versus dark side argument and everything. And then also saying to Maul, like, I know what your home planet is like. I know you were forced into being this. Like, and it almost seemed like he struggled with it a little bit there. So it really makes me wonder if there is any kind of room for Maul's redemption. Like, obviously, he's kept alive at this point. The, you know, someone from his own side, his own master, has now done this to him, right? Like, killed his apprentice and is now going to just torture him until he submits and what's it called, and actually does what he says, like, you still have use to me, So really, really interested to see where that goes. Like, I don't know, like, could there be some kind of redemption for Maul in this? Like, did this episode start the idea of that, or did this episode just serve to show you that that was never going to happen? I don't know. We're gonna have to wait to see. So, man. And yeah, Savage is dead. That's really, really interesting. I did want to see when he first arrives and comes off. Can we see his eyes at all? He's kind of looking down, so you can't really tell right here. It just felt like there was a moment where we saw his, like, yellow, like, Sith eyes. Can't tell in the scene. Damn. When he walks into the room and confronts... Looks like they are yellow there when he's talking to, when Maul, like, kneels down to him. Yeah, but when he is... I went all the way back to when he's Palpatine. So is he able to control when his eyes turn yellow or not? Or was that the lighting that was, like, messing me up? Because his eyes are already very, like, a light color. So I feel like in, like, the coloring of that scene, I could mistake his eyes for being yellow with, like, the hood covered and then being shadowed and everything. Or am I right, and does he have the ability to change his eyes from... Because I always thought that when you embrace the dark side enough, that happened to your eyes and you couldn't really, like, control it. But it seems like... Or maybe Palpatine is just so in control that he is able to make that shift back and forth, right? But maybe others can't do that. I don't know. It's just really interesting. So, because I'm pretty sure we see a few shots of his eyes, at the very least, later in it, when he's, like, cackling and shit. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I was going to try to watch a little bit more, but I can't. Man, it was such a good episode with that fight between Palpatine. I can't get over it. Like, I just saw, like, a little bit longer of it, and it was just such a good sequence. And not only that, I know I talked about it during the reaction already, but that one shot when Obi-Wan just, like, opened the door, and it's just, like, the two different Death Watch factions just going at each other, just a massive, like, fight going on out there, like, that was really cool too. Yeah, man, there was just so much going on. But yeah, I mean, it sucks about, like, the politics in this world coming in. Like, I kind of get it though. Like, with Satine trying to stay a neutral system, it means she doesn't side with one or the other, which means that trying to show, like, a bias to them and come in and help, like, even if she's asking for help, I can understand why the Republic, like, wouldn't want to, unless, like Obi-Wan said, it turns into an invasion, which in that case, I think that's the Republic trying to take over Mandalore, which is what Bo-Katan said at the end, where she's like, I don't care as long as Maul dies, right? So, at this point, she's okay, which means that Mandalore might fall, like, if this happens, Mandalore might fall into the Republic's hands, right? Which, technically, doesn't that mean it then falls into, like, when everything goes down, it then falls into, Palpatine's hands, which is kind of crazy. Like, isn't that kind of diabolical that Palpatine let, convince them not to go after Maul, so then Maul creates this criminal organization and takes over Mandalore and ends up killing the leader, and she's the one that was like keeping all of these like systems neutral. Like, I don't know if all those other systems that were neutral under her, like she was part of this like big neutral faction, or neutral system faction, right? I don't know if the rest of the systems are gonna actually be like stay neutral now that she's gone. And so, like, this might have opened the floodgates for the Republic to come in. That gets Palpatine control of Mandalore, which then maybe some of the other ones then submit to the Republic too, maybe. And he gets his hand on, like, so many more systems. And then we know what happens with the whole big takeover and everything later on. So, diabolical. Really is. So, but yeah, the fact that they weren't able to help, going back to what I was initially talking about before I kind of had that realization, was the idea that because they stayed so neutral, they couldn't, the Jedi just couldn't come in and help. And they were like, well, we can try to get help from the Republic, but it's probably not going to happen. Right? So then Obi-Wan had to end up going alone, even though he probably shouldn't have. But yeah. Anyway. Very interesting. So, I loved the episode. It was just amazing all around, and I'm gonna be watching one more after this, so I guess maybe we'll see it like with Savage dead and potentially Palpatine taking taking Maul away from here. That's not going to leave much of a force on Mandalore other than like whatever remaining Death Watch guys there are, and if they even stay, with their leader taken out, what happens next? Does the Republic just come in and sweep them up easy? Like, what? I guess we'll have to see. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's going to be it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen. And I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.